Okay, so today we're here with Shalia and Erin, and I'm letting Erin kind of use the Bozell here a little bit and learn about it. So since she was going to use that, I made her put on my Armitas. I said since they're too long on me, they should be just fine for her, and I made her also use the real saddle. So here I just have it set up, and I showed her how to set up the Bozell for groundwork so that she can actually do some groundwork on Shalia and kind of get the hang of what it feels like, and Shalia can kind of get the hang of what the Bozell feels like. Now I've rode Shalia and, you know, just the halter and stuff like that, so she's okay. In fact, she doesn't really even like the bit because we don't ride that often. In fact, we haven't even been here in a month because of the rain and stuff, because I only come up every other week. So if we have an off week because of bad weather, we don't come up for about a month. So anyway, as Erin's playing here and getting used to things, and then we'll saddle up and we're going to do some riding with some cone work. So we'll be back in just a minute. Alright, so now Erin's all set up. We have the Bozell all tied up into the hackamore, and we're ready to do some cone work. I've been showing a couple people, I have a couple new clients that I've been showing them a little bit of the cone work. So I thought I'd work on this, and Shalia's having a little bit of a moment. And Erin's going to work through that. We're going to work through that right here for you. Because again, Shalia we haven't been here in a month. So we did 5 minutes, 10 minutes of some preparation and got on, and we're going to work through some of this stuff. As long as Erin stays safe, we're good. And she's learning the hackamore at the same time. So on this first cone pattern, Erin's always going to walk right through the center between the two cones. So she's going to go from one side to the other side, working on total straightness through the middle. If Shalia gets stuck, she's just going to stay focused and help her find where she needs to go. When she gets to the edge, she's going to make a left or a right turn. She's going to look ahead of time. If she's turning left, she's going to put her left leg back, her right leg forward, bend her waist, and see if she can get a straight, smooth circle. Meaning not the head over bent, not the hindquarters flipping out, just following through from nose to tail, but from tail first forward is what we're going to try and work on. And she's going to try and get her smooth. Every time she wants to stop and play with a cone, we're going to say, no, you can't do that. And she's just going to kind of go on here. And we'll see if Shalia starts having a little bit of issues here. But Erin's just going to really look and find her path, decide where she wants to go, and that's where she's going to aim towards. Her hands stay out in front of her. She's going to create that path between her arms, through her hips, through her shoulders, and have Shalia not come off of that path. If Shalia gets off the path, she's just going to run into Erin. So if Shalia starts fading off to the left, Erin's left leg and left rein are going to start blocking her, and she's going to maybe kind of bump a little bit with the right rein to try and get her back in. But if all she does is pull with the right rein, then she's just going to have Shalia falling out further. So she has to create a block on the side that she's not wanting to go. So Erin's doing a good job here. She has nice light contact. Shalia kind of likes this a lot better than the bit. But so she's just walking around here. Atta girl. Erin's not going to look at the cones. Now Shalia gets stuck. Erin's just going to stay focused forward and help her find it. She's going to keep her hands out in front of her and create a path. She's not going to force her to go forward, but she's just not going to allow Shalia to go anywhere else. There's a difference between just forcing them forward and opening up that path and closing all the other paths. So Erin's going to go as straight as she can. She's going to feel how straight Shalia can go. Nice job, Erin. Good. She looks first, and then she gets that turn. Get a little bit more bend there, kiddo, in that turn. There you go. Good. And then follow straight through. Beautiful. Very good. Now we're going to do these at the walk for a little while eventually. I don't know if we'll video it today, but you want to be able to do these at the trot and at the canter. That's it. So every time Shalia gets a little wobbly there, Erin just stays focused and blocks what Shalia wants to go to and opens where Erin wants to go to. Very good. So she's getting that. So this is going to help the horse kind of find the straightness and the turn, and it's the transitions between the perfect straight. Whoops. There you go. She just blocked her there with the right and kind of helped her over there with the left. That was excellent. And, you know, so she's going to get the nice curve, reaching from behind forward, and then get the nice straight going forward. Smooth and sweet. Good. Now I'm going to change the pattern for her a little bit here. So now, Erin, what I want you to do is you're going to do large figure eights to start. So you're going to pick either set. You're going to come around. It's just more straight and curve.
Okay.
Come around here. Find your turn. Right leg back, left leg forward. Find that full turn. Try and get to the center between these. Okay.
Okay, before I come through.
And then come through nice and straight.
Okay.
So forth and so on.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can do those two, these two, alternate, however you want to do it. Just pick a path and go. Shalia's going to follow me for a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this camera just slightly back for a little while so that you can see more of it. Sorry guys. I'm not an audio person or video person, or either. There you go. Now these patterns are endless. Basically it's whatever your imagination can pick up. Just find a pattern, kind of help the horse start to find it. There you go. Shalia gets a little stuck there. She's just gonna get a little bump and a little find the center. Find the center. Erin does in her body what she wants Shalia to do in her body. So when Erin wants Shalia to bend, Erin bends slightly. Not leans, doesn't fall down, doesn't compress. She just creates the same bend. She wants her left hip to go back, Erin's left hip goes back. She wants her shoulders to turn nicely, her shoulders turn nicely. Everything just works together. She does what she wants Shalia to do. If Shalia has a different idea, Erin creates a path for Shalia to find back to. It doesn't go wacky. Now if Shalia all of a sudden really starts pushing on Erin, Erin's gonna, stop that. But as long as Shalia is just searching, she's just gonna let her search and find it. She's gonna stay nice and patient. It's all about you looking forward and ahead. The horse knows where their feet are. So you look forward and ahead, know ahead of time what you're going to be doing. There you go. Actually, you got a little board. There you go. Nice job. She just opens the door that she wants and closes all the rest. Very good. Okay, now can you figure eight each individual little set? It's going to be tiny, tiny little figure eights. Figure eight this one, go to the next one, figure eight that one.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So each little comes in.
Yep, just figure eight, go to the next one, figure eight, figure eight, figure eight, all the way around. Trying not to look at them. So she's going to look through the center of the two cones there. That's all right. And Shalia is one who tries to eat everything, so every time she turns, she's going to try and eat my armitas there. So Erin's going to have to just kind of block her. This should be entertaining for a little while, finally. There we go. And she's going to go to the next one. Nice and easy. She's going to see how smooth the circles can be, how nice and even they can be. Find that footfall. Feel that it's an even footfall as best as she can. She's going to know where she is all the time. Doing a good job. Just going to go over that one. Follow through. There you go. Erin's going to look through and not down. And take those feet where she wants her feet to go. Be in exactly the position that she wants Shalia to be in. Potty break. She can keep going. She can keep going. Shalia says, no, I can't.
Little princess.
Yes, she is a princess. Pooped right on my cone. She says, I'm going to tell you what I think about your cones. Very good. Good. I'm going to zoom out here, find back in the center. All right, now, this should be entertaining. You're going to come around, circle, get approximately lined up on the inside of these cones, straighten, keep her straight. I'd rather her be straight and not make it than be crooked and make it.
Okay.
Leg yield. Hind, allow the front. Push the 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 hind, allow the front. Allow her to come all the way over. You're going to aim for the inside of these cones and then take this turn.
Okay.
Come around. You're going to make a big old X. So same as your figure eight, except
And then
leg
side
yielding.
pass once I hit the middle there.
Once you hit the middle, you're going to leg yield over here. If she starts getting crooked, I'd rather her, if you only get to the middle of those cones and then have to make your turn, I'd rather that she stays straight and stays proper than if she makes it the whole way. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to get her all goofed up, and I'd rather she not cross as far or not go as far and stay straight and centered and smooth, pushing the hind basically and allowing the front. Staying centered and just kind of bringing it across. If this is as far as she gets and you already hit those cones, wonderful. The next time it'll go further.
Okay, so start, come around, side pass, around, come through, side
Leg
pass.
yield.
So you're saying if she only makes it through the center, then walk forward through those cones and then make my bend.
Yeah, if you're already at the cones and you didn't get all the way to that side, that's okay.
Okay.
You're going to work towards getting there.
Okay.
But if she doesn't make it for a little bit, that's fine.
Okay.
Every time she gets, it might be better.
Okay, so as long as I go through the center.
Yeah, as long as you go, start correctly and then do the best. You're going to look towards over there to the just in front of that other cone. That's where you're going to be aiming towards to try and get that diagonal.
Okay.
Okay, you're not going to try and go straight across. You're going to try and go to a diagonal, forward and over, all the way through. Okay, and when you get to where you're lined up with these two cones, you change your bend and off you go.
Okay, and then when I hit here, change my bend and after the back.
Then you're going to get her straight. I don't want her nose out here and just flopping through. Nose straight in the middle of her chest.
Okay.
It can be a little tip one way or the other, tiny, nothing far.
Okay.
Shoulders, hips lined up, and see if you can leg yield her that way.
Okay.
If this is as far as you get, that distance till you get there, beautiful. I want that rather than making it crooked.
Okay.
Okay? And try and do these instead of those so that we can see you go.
Try to do what?
Try and do this set instead of that set so we can watch you go.
Oh, okay. So do.
Yeah, do the pattern that I was showing you. Yeah. There you go. So you're going to look for... Sorry. Keep her parallel. See how she's... That's all right. Keep her parallel. So she's leading way crooked. You want her straight.
Yeah.
No, this is good. I'll come out here and help you. So now line up. Keep coming out forward. Now line up straight to me. No, straight. As if you were walking right into my arms. There, go sideways.
Oh!
That's okay. Leg yield.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay.
from this set to that set?
No, from this corner to that corner. You're going to diagonal it.
Okay.
Keep her straight. And slightly forward and over. The hind quarter, front quarter, hind quarter, front quarter, hind quarter, front quarter. Stop her. Help her. There you go. Straighten her back up again and forward. Kind of help her release. Okay. Then you're going to come around here and you're going to line up into my arms here. Now, as you start lining up, that way. Hind, front, hind, front, hind, front. Aiming towards your front, hind, front. Keep her straighter. Front. Don't tip her nose too hard. Hind, front. Keep her straight. Keep her straight. Keep her straight. Stop her. Slow her down. There you go. So again, try and keep her straight, even if you don't go so far. Okay. Keep her more straight. Walk this way. We'll get it. You're doing great. The same mistakes everybody makes, so it's good to see. Come through here. Come straight. Now, you're going to aim for over there. Hind, front. Hind, front. Try to keep her nose more in the center. Front. Hind, front. Allow her to come forward. That's all right. You're doing good. Hind, front. Hind, front. Good. Hind, front. Atta girl. Front. Straight. That's okay.
That's what Skippy used to do.
Uh-huh.
Hit it for a couple steps and then her butt.
And then take her forward. And then take her back over to this one. Come right into my arms. And start diagonaling. Look over there. Yeah. Hind, front. Hind, front. That's okay. Get her to follow your feel. Keep her straight though. You got it. That's okay. Yep. You're just going to block what you don't want and allow what you do. And not get in an argument with her if you can. Hind, front. Remember, she's real sensitive to the backing. Yeah. So you have to keep her going forward. And that's why we're not doing straight sideways. I want you to just kind of get her to follow your leg off of there. You're good. Front, hind, front, hind, front. There. Allow her forward and free. Now, if you just think about it while you're coming through here, just all of a sudden, hind, front, hind, front, hind, front, hind, front, hind, front. There you go. Just get that feel. Atta girl.
There you go.
Good. And then come around here. Know when that hind is coming forward. And when it comes forward, just move it over and allow the front. Move it over, allow the front. Still allowing a little bit of forward motion. Hind, front, keeping her straight.
It's this way that she has it.
That's okay. Yeah, she has a good side and a bad side. So what you do then is if she gets too catawampus, just stop that front and do a hind quarter yield until she's straight. Okay. And if everything falls apart, there you go. That's a girl. Give her a little pet and release her forward. Good. Think about everything coming from behind. Hind, front, not hind, front. Hind, front, hind, front, hind, front, hind, front, hind. Just keep working on the crooked. Just straighten her out. There you go. But now you're understanding. You got to stay parallel with the sides and take her this way. Feel that hind foot, and when it's ready, from behind, diagonally that way. You're getting it. Follow that feel. And that was pretty good. So what I do there is take an entire trip all the way around until you get back to that one.
Okay.
Just to let her walk forward for a minute. Nice and free around the outside. Atta girl. All the way around. And then when you line up back over here, go ahead and see it. Let me get out of your beautiful picture here. Now we're getting somewhere. Find the straightness. Good job, girlfriend. Good. Straight. Atta girl. Good. Pull back too hard on her, she's going to go backwards. I have a crazy stop on that thing. If you need to stop and realign, that's okay. That's all right. Walk her forward and reset. No big deal. This little mare here, actually, when I first started her, she's one pushy little gal. Straighten her out. I actually, this first horse, the only horse ever. There you go. I had to actually put on the ground a couple times because she was rearing and charging at me and chasing me down, and it was really fun. She's a nice mare as long as you don't ask her to do anything. But you can get in a lot of trouble with her if you push her too hard. There you go. That's all right?
Yeah, she's just getting irritated.
Yep. So when you get to the corner, you're going to walk her around again. Go back to your original pattern. Right from there. Just go straight forward. And go back to your original pattern. All the way through the center, turn left or right, just get her going forward again.
Oh, okay.
So this little gal was actually colt started every other week over about a year's time. It was pretty interesting. She did a good job. She's just not afraid of anything, but she's pushy. Now she's doing great. Find your straightness again. Good. Just allow her forward. And because we only do her every couple weeks, no sense. You don't have to force a horse anyway. You never have to force a horse. Just get that feel going, and if she needs a reset time, reset her. It's perfectly okay. And now, since the only rule is there are no rules, while you're going through and around there, if you feel that she's kind of okay, see if you can just kind of leg yield her a little bit out of that pattern, okay, and then continue back into that pattern. Little straighter. Little straighter. Slow down the front and catch up the hind. Some people try and catch up or speed up the hind to do that, and then all that you do is you get wrong or faster. So what you'll do is you just stop that front end and let that hind end catch up an extra step, and then you'll be straight again. But if all you do is start whacking the hind end, you'll just, like I said, be wrong or faster. Find the straight. There you go. Now see if you can find a leg yield in there somewhere. Even if it's just a couple steps, and then go forward. It's all right. A little bit bent there on the head, but that's fine. She has to work harder if she's straight, and she'd just kind of rather not work that hard. But you're going to get particular so that we don't, so that we have, if you're always particular, not picky, but particular. There you go. Hind, front. That's all right. Whoops. Front, hind, front, hind, front. Good job. Good. So now what we're going to do, this last fun one, which should be really entertaining. You're going to do basically your original pattern, except you're going to go forward. Here comes the wind.
Yeah.
Take a few steps. Stop. Wait. Back or straight. That doesn't mean look back. You can glance back if you need to. Look at those cones and know where these cones are. Take her one step back at a time.
Okay.
After you get through, relax. Turn on the haunches. Leave the haunches there. Bring the front end across if you can. Go to the next one. Zip on through. Ooh. Make sure she's settled. Back her back through the cones, okay? Right through the poop pile, okay? Okay, see what you can do. One step at a time on the back up, because you know she's going to try and rush, and she might try and go backwards. Yeah. So just, you know, walk around, go through a set, stop, back up. The further you go forward, the further you have to go back. So if you'll, you know, do a couple steps the first time. Yeah, nice and easy. Make sure she's settled. And then see if you can take her back. Feeling that hind quarter. Now the nice thing is she doesn't panic about diddly squat, so even if she gets one of those cones on her foot, she'll be fine. There you go. That's all right. Get her straight if you can. Try and end straight as often as you can. Even if you go through it catawampus. Try and get her.
This horse doesn't do straight whatsoever.
She's doing the skippy thing. There you go. Now leave the hindquarters in place. Bring the front end over.
Yep.
More than the nose, Shalia. There you go. Go through the next one. And always think about that stop in the middle. Prepare for it. And you stop in your body with a nice soft round back. Good. And then just bring her back, one at a time. Left, right, good. And then have her find her stop. Because she dances, and that's okay. You just help her find her place back there. Bring her back over. She says, but somebody's pulling up, and she had to go see what that truck was. There. Curious little thing. Then pick a direction, bring the front end across. Left, right? Hands in the feet. Feet in the hands, sorry. Long week. That'll go. Forward a little. I don't know what they're doing. This is a desert, you never know. Bring her back. Good. Bring your hind over. Settle. Good.
Stand on the cones.
Leave the hind end in place, bring the front end across. Nice job. Do that a couple times and then Miss Shalia will be done for the day. So these patterns are endless. It just goes on and on and on. When you get it good at the walk, do it at the trot. Good at the trot, do it at the lope, canter, whatever you want to do. You can do transitions. Like on the first pattern, you can trot through the center, walk through the curve, you know, do all those different types of transitions, and then start doing all these things backwards. You know, back your horse through all the patterns. It really is endless. Good job, Shalia. Excellent job, Erin. And we will see you next time. Thank you for watching.